Where are you located?
I'm in McAllen, Texas. Are you here too, or
Dallas.
Dallas? Okay, nice, nice. So
Mhm.
Jennifer, how many people are we waiting on right now?
I didn't see how many people are registered.
They
Let's
said
just give them,
There were about
Yeah.
20 to 21 people who registered, so I'm waiting on everybody to show up.
okay.
Okay.
Regardless, you can start. It's going to be recorded anyway, so
All right. So just to introduce myself, my name is Mary Ann. I'm also with Encore Fine Property with the Mariposa Group, and I joined with David Allen Capital about in February. So my background is in banking, and I have been doing this for a while with lending. Now with David Allen Capital, they are what I like about it. The credit score is like as low as 500 or better. You don't have to have 2 years of your bank statements like at all. So if they're new in the business, like 3 to 4 months, they will most likely be eligible to get a loan or a line of credit with David Allen Capital. They focus more on their bank statements. That is what helps them get approved. What I want to do is focus more with investors that are tied up. So I don't know if you have investors that are tied up and they say, oh, we're tied up right now with another project. They will be a great candidate for with David Allen Capital because most of the time they have their money sitting in the savings account and they think they can't get that next purchase. But with David Allen Capital, to go ahead and lend that money out to them. Now, it could be as low as 50,000, or it could go all the way to. So that is what I'm basically focusing with clients that are tied up with their investments with another project, or they just don't feel like they will qualify at the bank level. Now, just keep in mind, these loans are short-term loans. So the short-term loans are anywhere from paying back in 3 months to 24 months. But if you do have that client that is an investor that wants to buy in cash at the courthouse and they're not eligible because they don't have the full capacity of the funds, with David Allen Capital, they'll be able to do so because they release those funds. And it's a very fast turnaround. It's like within 24 hours, the funds are literally in their bank account. Does anybody have questions or concerns or have an investor that's tied up right now?
I do have a question. So because the funds will be available on their bank account, that means that they can buy as cash?
Yes, correct. Because it gets really, and it's an unsecured loan. It's not like, okay, let me get the the legal description of the property. It's nothing like that. It is really tied up to their social and everything like that. But they really focus on their bank statements. So if they have money sitting in their savings account, let's just say an example, 50,000, it's been sitting there for a while and they're in a project, with another investment, and that house is going on the market. And another investment comes up, another opportunity comes up for them, that David Allen Capital will lend them that money. So when they apply with me, just let me know like how much they need. Obviously, I'm going to be having those open conversations with them and say like, well, how much do you need right now? They'll give me an estimate number. Because with David Allen Capital, they'll go back based on their bank statements. And let's just say they get approved for 100,000. And they're like, whoa, well, that's a lot. Can I do less than that, like 20 or 50 or 60,000? And they'll go ahead. I'll just reach out to the underwriters and just like custom it for them. That address? Yes, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question with a scenario in mind? So
Yeah.
I just came across this property is at 145 and hold on, somebody's calling me. Sorry. Okay. Where am I? Am I here? Okay. So sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Okay, so I saw a property on the MLS. It's at 150 and I have an investor in mind and I want to introduce the property and I want to introduce what you're now telling us. So because the money will be available in their bank account, there's no need for a down payment, like how? None of that. Okay.
They
And
really focus on the bank statements. So like there's money sitting like 50,000, like this is just an example. 50,000 like in 3 consecutive months sitting, like let's just say 50, 60, 70, right? And David Allen Capital see this as an opportunity to lend the money. Now, I don't know how much your investor needs, but let's just say it's 150. He has 50,000. He needs 100,000. if he qualifies for the funds to be released for David Allen Capital, the funds will be available the following day. Literally, it's that fast.
How many bank statements do you need?
3 months, that's it. 3 months. Now, if they want to do a line of credits are 4 months. And just keep in mind, and I'll be talking to your clients as well, like these are short-term loans. So they're anywhere from 2 months, well, really 3 months to 24 months. So like I said, if that investment is tied up with one and you sell, it's going to go on the market, you know that turnaround is going to be quick.
So this is more so for properties that are fixer uppers, like fix and flip, not for rental properties?
You can use them however way your client feels. If they feel comfortable, like they just want to, it's not like they have to pay it back right away. If they wanted to, they could use up the whole 24 months if needed to do so. It depends on the client's preference, because some clients prefer to pay it off sooner, and some clients are okay with 24 months. Now there is no penalty at all if they do want to pay it off sooner. So that's a good thing.
So they could use this like a bridge loan, correct?
Correct. This is like a bridge loan. This is just a short-term loan.
Okay.
Yeah, these are for clients that already are, that are losing the opportunity at the bank level. Like if they don't have their 2 years and the bank, bank statements with their business bank statements. These are clients that their credit score is like at a 500 because of, life just happened to them, or they're getting declined for debt to income. So with David Allen Capital, they really just focusing on those 3 months of their bank statements. Now, like I said, if they want to do the line of credit, then they'll go up to 4 months on their bank statements.
Another scenario, what if we have an actual buyer, not an investor, and they use this to lock into a house, and they use those 2 years to look good in paper for the bank? Can they at that point refinance and pay out this?
Most definitely, but just keep in mind this is for business owners, because I don't want to interrupt if it's for personal, which I wish they had that. And when they do have that, I would definitely be reaching out to for people who want to do personal. But right now it's just for business owners. This product is only for business owners.
So is that 20 or 25% down?
No, there's no percentage down. There's none.
It's a full 100% financing.
Pretty much, yes, as long as it's based on their bank statements. So whatever their bank statement says on there, like I said, if they let's just say 1 month 50,000, the second month 60,000, the third month 72,000, they're gonna go based on the scenario, and then they'll get the loan approved. The underwriters are the ones who are going to approve the amount. But if they do get approved for that 100,000 and the client just needs like 30 or 40,000, then I'll just go reach out to the underwriter. Hey, the client just needs this amount, and they'll just adjust it to their preference. And then whatever the client wants, if they want to use the whole 24 months, they definitely can. But if they want to pay sooner, there will not be no prepaid penalties at all. There is no, it's unsecured loan. So there's not going to be anything attached to it, like if the house or anything like that. It'll be attached to their social, of course, but they'll approve it. They have been lately. So
the documents have to be under the owners, the business name. It cannot be under a
personal. Correct.
Okay.
Right now, yeah, this is definitely just for business owners. That's the reason why I kind of want to focus on investors, because obviously they're business owners. And if they're not, well, then, they need to create a business account, which is super easy. Yes.
Mary Ann. So, our clients are business owners, landscapers, mechanics. So they commingle their money, personal and business. What do you see? What comment do you say on that part?
If
we know they do that.
Well, yes, of course. Yeah, no, definitely. If they are mechanic owners and they want to get into the flipping industry, definitely they can do so, or they could do it for their own business. I on the loan, and I will be coaching them, do not, and this is for experienced bankers that know about this. You never want to say it's for flipping, because the bank will automatically decline you the minute. They don't like that. They just don't. I don't know why. but we just come up with I come up with creativity's terms like remodeling their home or something like that,
Okay.
or expanding
Okay.
their business, because that would just be, the whole purpose is if they're approved,
Really quick, I just want to clarify, Mary, when you say commingling, you're saying they use personal and business
In one account.
expenses in one account. Yeah, I wanted to clarify that because that's going to make a difference, in my
Well,
opinion.
yes, no, definitely it has to be a business statement, business bank statement. Your LLC or your DBA has to be on there. It cannot be, they're only going based on the business. Now you could definitely try, but I know the underwriters will probably say like, I see they have money in this account. They will need to make an adjustment, meaning moving money and then wait the 3 months and then come back and apply. Like they just have to re-strategize that.
So
So
you
they
mean-
would
have a-
need to, they would need to stop making personal transactions out of that account, is what you're saying.
Correct.
And that's what I have. That's what I have is a roofer that buys and flips, but I see his full name and then his full name again, and then that's roofing. So I know that he's,
Memos.
pulling his funds.
Yeah, definitely memo it. Like those memos are very important because they come up, and I memo it all the time. I with Jennifer, I put their like office expense, because it pops up on those bank statements, if they go that deep. But regardless, anyway, it's just a preference. But definitely start having them use their business account, because with David Allen Capital, that's what they're really focusing on. And if they don't know how to do it, if the LLC is such a huge expense, and just have them start with a DBA and then work on that DBA for the next 3 to 4 months.
Mary
So,
Ann, really quick, what
But-
she's talking about though, they have a business account. So let me give you a perfect example.
Yes, ma'am.
Mariposa Realty, right? All my transaction funds go into Mariposa Realty. However, I also at points purchase my kids' school clothes out of Mariposa Realty account. So it's my business account, but I also have personal transactions that are done through it. And that's exactly what Mary's talking about, where she has a roofer that it's his business account, but he uses it for personal reasons at times. And I think there's many of us that do this.
Yes. No, I'll reach out to the underwriters just to clarify on that one. Because I see what you're saying, like you're going to JC Penney's and you're using your business account, it's gonna pop up JC Penney's, right? So yeah, okay. And I'll reach out to the underwriters just to see what their thinking process is. But if it's for personal use, I'll ask the underwriters on that question particularly.
Mary,
Just to see.
for you. You mentioned that you find creative ways where it's you could say it's a home remodelation and stuff like that. So that made me think we can really use it for our business too. We don't have to purchase a property.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like since you are a business owner yourself, let's just say you just need $500, for I don't know what, for to get tires. Well, really not $500, they're like $900. But either way, like let's just say you need new tires. You're a business owner and you just need $900. Oh, David Allen, they go as low as $500. They definitely go as lending out $500, and the max they give out is $2 million. So businesses, it's whatever you want to use it for, as long as it's for business. So you could just put it for my car expenses and stuff like that, because technically you are a business owner. You do need to have a vehicle, a company vehicle. But yeah, they'll lend.
For more loans, because let's say that we have a client that is a new business owner and they can get started with you guys, and they are, what's it called, in-house. And then from this opportunity, they merge into like other loans that it could be like for actually FHA or conventional. Do you guys offer more where we can offer different pillars?
They are expanding. They just announced about last month mortgages. So I haven't started those classes yet. I don't know if I'm going to do that on that end, but it's just a referral. I just lend them out if they want to reach into mortgage. But right now, I'm just really focusing on creative fundings for investors. so they could kind of start, with their investment. Because I know at the courthouse you have to have cash, and I see them getting their checks ready, so they can start bidding on them. So that's my focus right now. But yes, to answer your question, there is other products.
And of course, the question still falls on all of us is what would be the interest rate for David Allen Capital?
Yeah, it's a good question. It is like a regular credit card. So the interest rates are a little bit higher, but just keep in mind, these are short-term loans. These are not 30-year loans at all. But it gives them that opportunity, like if their funds are being tied up with the property, and they could go ahead and release those funds right away, so they won't miss an opportunity. And they could be repetitive customers. They come back and they do it again. Once they pay off that loan and they're seeing the process how it works. The flipping part. That's basically what these short-term loans are used to be used for. But like I said, it's not for everybody. And I'll be talking with your customers and everything just to see like where they're at in their finances and see if this is a great fit for them.
So basically, like a credit card, it could be 29.99 in a sense.
Like it could be
21.99.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And once they do apply for the loans and they see the term, because the customers are going to see all the terms, and they're going to be able to make that decision if they want to move forward or not move forward. And of course, I'll be following up with them just to see like, okay, where are you at? I noticed that you already put your bank statements, your routing number, your account number. And if they don't have a routing number or an account number at all, they do have a prepaid card, but I don't understand how that's even possible. They have to look at their bank statements. So again, those are things that we come across, questions. But I haven't had a case like that yet, but I've heard. But definitely, it's a very fast product. They'll get an answer within 24 hours. It's not like the bank, okay, well, let me just talk. No, they make an executive decision really quickly. Sorry, my phone. Did I answer your question, Mary? Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, I kind of figured that would be the rate after you said a credit card. But the good thing about this is sometimes you need that capital funds quickly. And sometimes people do go get their credit card and try to get cash advancement just so they can cover the difference. But of course, they have to go through a lot of commotion. So this is kind of guaranteeing within a good 24-hour return on what they would let them borrow.
Yes, correct. Yeah, when I joined with David Allen Capital, I was just like, why am I not using this to reach out with other agents like yourself who work with investors and get them the opportunity? Because there's a lot of investors here in the Valley, and of course, sometimes they're short on funds, so just kind of keep an ear out when they say like, oh, I'm tied up with another project. All I have is this amount of money in my savings account. And it's just like, you know what? I have an agent that does lend money up to $2 million, and then see if they're a right fit. And I'll send them. I have an app. And if you guys want to look at the app, I could definitely share that with you guys. And just kind of get an idea of a feel like what they're going through the process. But it's very simple. It's their first name, their social, their routing number, their account number, and those 3 business bank statements. And then they'll get an answer right away. And they could decline it if they want to, or get it approved and pay it off and then reapply later on in your future again. Did anybody else have other questions or concerns? Got quiet all of a sudden. Can you guys hear me? Because I feel like I can't hear nobody.
We were on mute.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. So let's say that I wanted to open an account with you and have a line of credit. What are the requirements as far as application and documentation and all that good stuff?
No, it's a really great question. So it's just your first name, your last name, your social security number, your routing number, your account number. With the line of credit, it's 4 months of your business bank statement. And with the line of credit, you could keep it as long as you like. They'll go ahead and go over the terms with you. You only borrow what you need. You don't borrow so like let's just say you get approved for 100,000. You only borrow what you need. So if you only just need 1,000, they're only going to interest on that right there. And they'll also give you up to 24 months just to pay that off if needed to do so. And of course, you could pay it off sooner with no penalties as well.
If I just open the line of credit, but I never really use it, is there any type of penalty?
There,
for that?
there's no penalty, but there is an annual fee. I think they just changed it just recently, but I'll get that information for you, what the annual is. I want to say it's like maybe like $50 for the annual fee, but I'll get that. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's just like, it kind of gives you that peace of mind, you know, with that emergency if you need to get into it. So, and that's another one. But like I said, that one has 4 months of your 4 months of your business banking statement. I'm hoping they'll change that term like in the near future, because I think 3 months and 4 months, I mean, there's not much of a big difference, you know, it shouldn't be, but it's required in this case.
Marianne,
Yes, ma'am.
hi, I just have a question. So this loan is mainly focused on bank statements.
Correct.
What is it exactly that they're focusing on? On the transactions, on how much money you have in there?
Yeah.
What is it that it's gonna help make this deal? If they have an example, they saved 20,000 or 30,000, but they're not making a lot. So are they focusing more on the income or how much they have actually in the account?
They're really focusing on the balance. The balance is what they really focus on. Like any banks will look at the balance because
But
they
the-
have, yes.
Okay,
So like
but if they're focusing on the balance, but then there's no collateral, so they're not going to use your money to hold, I guess, that amount. So they just want to see that there's money in there, even though they're not going to use it as a collateral, right?
Correct. So the balance is what they really focus on. In any bank level, they really focus on balance. You know, at the bank level, they focus on your debt to income balance, your credibility, which your credit score. But with David Allen Capital, it's basically balance. Like how even. But I am going to ask that one particular question that was asked earlier. Like, what if you're using your buying at JCPenney's and Marshalls and stuff like that? Does that focus? I don't think it does because it goes back on balance, but I'll just clarify for sure.
And it has to be a business account.
Correct. Right? Yeah, and just let your clients know there is a DBA option. It doesn't cost a lot to get that to get it done. The last time I heard the DBA cost was like $30 just to do so. But I don't know now. I don't know what the funds are now, like how much it costs now, because everything has gone up, you know, but it's not it's very simple. And if they don't know how to do so, just have them go to a bank and just ask them, I want to open up a DBA. How do I open up that DBA? And they'll guide them how to do that on the bank level. And it's super inexpensive, but it's very beneficiary for business owners.
Okay.
Really quickly, they don't look at how long the business has been established?
No, not at all. And that's something. So like at the bank level, they ask for 2 years of their W-2s because they want to see how long they've been in the banking business. With David Allen Capital, they're not paying attention to 2 years at all. They're just focusing on 3 to 4 months. And that is pretty amazing. I hope in the near future, and this is my personal opinion, like Social Security is like the Social Security number is unrelevant, you know, getting rid of the credit score. But for right now, you know, that world is just like that. But with David Allen Capital, they're really not looking at credit score as long as it doesn't go below 500. So, which is really nice, which is really, really nice. Did anybody else have any other questions or concerns? Well, a lot of you guys had a lot of good questions, which is good. And if you guys are interested in sending that app to you directly, I can send you that app. Just text me on the group chat or just DM me on the group chat. Well, privately DM me. And I could send you the link, what they're actually looking through. And it's pretty simple to apply. I'm not going to be asking for their social security number or anything like that. This is very private and confidential. And like I said, once they fill out everything out, within 24 hours, they'll get that approved notice and how much they'll get approved for.
Well, we're all thinking. We're silently thinking about all this. Okay. Is there anything in Spanish or in English as part of, like, I don't know, a flyer or marketing so we can tell our clients? And then the other thing is, I had never heard of David Capital. Is there somewhere we can, I don't know,
can send you,
check his website, Google reviews, so on and so forth?
Yeah, most definitely. I could go ahead, like I said, I could go ahead and send you my app, and you could go ahead and look it up. It's also, they do have a website called David Allen Capital. Now I am an independent agent, so if they do apply, they could go straight directly. Now, if you do go with me and my name's on top of there with Ann Garcia, I will give you a finder's fee as well. It would be case by case because I wouldn't know exactly how much they're going to get approved for, if they accept it or not. But once they do get approved, and I'll go ahead and send you guys a finder's fee as well, just to show my appreciation, and they could be repetitive clients over and over. I don't have a problem with that. Just to kind of be fair. Well, it's already 11:28. Does anybody else, I don't know how long this class is going to stay on. I don't know if it's 30 minutes or an hour. Did anybody else have any other questions or concerns right now? No? I guess everybody's on mute, right? It's so weird.
Yeah, we're all on mute.
I know, it's like, it's so different being on the other side, but exciting.
Thank you for the information. We'll definitely brainstorm it.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I think this will be beneficiary for a lot of investors. If they get stressed out or feel like they're missing out on an opportunity, at least they know there's another way to, like, hey, like if they need just 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 or 100,000 or up to 2 million, definitely just reach out to me and I'll send that app and get you guys going with your clients.
Marianne, you need to go pitch this to builders and contractors. They're the ones that would probably jump on something like this.
I know. And you know what? I thought of it too as well. But I was like, when I was talking to Ravi, I was like, Ravi, I was talking about with David Allen Capital with him, and I asked him, like, would it be okay if I could host a class with Encore? Because I think this will benefit them as well too, and he's just like, yeah, let me set up the classroom. And that's how it started. But yes, you are right. I do need to reach out to builders just to see if they would be interested in, expanding their business as well. And definitely is very possible. It's very, very, very possible. They'll like
it. Plumbers, like I'm telling you, I know a lot of them, which is kind of scary when you think about it from a business perspective, but a lot of them do. They run really tight on their funds and they're getting this job to finish this job, and it might be a good opportunity for you.
No, I will. I'll be reaching. I've been slowly but surely getting back out there, talking about it different, because I've been focused on real estate, and I was like, let's start. When this came around, it took me a while to grasp on, because the person that reached out to me, she's the vice president to Chase Bank in San Antonio, and she was letting me know about David Allen Capital, and I just said, like, yeah, whatever, and then I was just like, why am I not doing this? Like, this is my background, in banking. And so I started, like I said, in February, and just understanding the product and everything a little bit more in a personal perspective. And I was like, you know what, let me start. And I got with Ravi and it's like, can I host a class? Would that be okay? And then when he told me 18 people were interested in this class, I didn't think I was going to get that many people in this class. And then I had some other agents that couldn't make it in this class that want to meet up or talk about this class. And so it's for all business owners. Even if you're an Uber driver, but like for agents, I really wanted to get more creative just for them to get more opportunities in the real estate industry. So yeah, but yeah, definitely I will reach out. I know I have a lot of work. I think I have a lot of work, which is good. But like I said, you guys, if you do have a client in any business aspect, I will offer a finder's fee. And I feel like it's going to be very generous. It depends on the amount, what they get approved for. So it's going to be case by case. So please, just to share my link and make sure my name, Ann Garcia, is on there. And then I'll follow up with your customer and yourself just to make sure you get that credibility. All right, well, it's 11:32. I don't know how long this class is, but does anybody have any other questions or concerns? But I'm so glad that I got to meet all you guys, even the Dallas location. I always see you guys on social media and also on WhatsApp. And just please DM me if you need to see that app. Mary, I know you really want to see it. And also Melissa, right? Is that your name? I don't know if that was.
Oh,
Melissa.
I think she dropped off. I don't see her.
I think it was, yeah. Okay. But either way, just thank you so much for everybody to join in. And hopefully you guys can send me some, oops, I don't know where I'm going. I think that's it, right?
Thank you, Mary.
Oh,
for
you're
this.
so welcome. And if you guys need a one-on-one, just reach out to me, guys. I'll be happy to re-explain everything again with you guys, okay?
Thank you.
Jennifer has posted her phone number on the chat, so if anybody wants
Okay.
to copy it down.
Oh, you put my phone number there?
Yeah, I mean, Jennifer did.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
Second phone number.
Yes. Yeah, just bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Great
Thank
job, Ann.
Thank you.
You're welcome.